from. So in the brother here, we process each bird individually. We have trained banders, so the process comes pretty quick, less than a minute. So first thing we do, we know what the species is. An eastern Towhee. It's a female. So if we look on our list and come down, eastern Towhee, she takes a 1A. So we have the bands, they're all numbered and all separated. First thing we do, make sure we got the right band. Band number 97 is the last two digits.
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe stay live, and then I'll punch in later for context.
Okay.
I'm trying to get as close as I can.
What net?
This was out of 11. So the band goes on the pliers and it opens a little, there's seam in there, so it opens the band up. It goes into the pliers. How do you secure the bird's legs so it can't move while we're putting it on? It just slides into the opening on the band. Just swing that around a bit. There we go. I have to open that up a little bit more yet. So the band goes in there, and we just close it, and the two ends join together. There we go. So the band spins on the leg, moves up and down. And it's very, like I say, it's an aluminum alloy, so it's very light. Okay, from there we can start with our measurements. We take a wing length of 82 millimeters. We check for fat on each bird. So a bird collects fat right in there's a little groove there. And we check for the fat is actually low, so by how much fat is in there, we can give it a number. Usually once you get up to 3, you get to it being full, then you start showing up in the wing pits and stuff. But these birds are just coming in, so we don't know, some of them haven't got much weight, where others have been here a while. Okay, so this bird's about a 3, about half full. So it's doing quite well. Probably not a one that's just arrived here. It's probably been here a while, or on the peninsula somewhere and feeding. So now we can age it. By this bird, we can go by the condition of the tail feathers are very narrow and thin, very worn at the edges, and check for the coverage too on these, so see if they're worn. She also got a pretty red eye. Double check on this one, we haven't caught too many of them. So we have guides on some of this stuff if we're not too sure. For birds like this we don't get a lot of, so we can only check in, it takes a couple of minutes to check it. Some Towhee. So that's secondaries. Okay, so everything's done on this bird. So this is, we go by the narrow tail feathers. That's last year's, his first juvie tail. Young, when they grow in their feathers, the very first year, they're very narrow and pointed, and also you can see through them pretty good, and they get worn really fast at the ends. The next set of feathers are better quality feather, they're more rounded, and that lets us know it's an adult bird. So this one is actually a second year bird. This bird was actually born last year. They still retain the tail. This will molt out this year, and then from there on we can only call it after second year. Okay, so now last thing we do is wait. Just put in these containers to keep them still. It's supposed to stay still. 41.4. Hang on a second. We're still moving. 62.2. Okay. Well, this is bander's grip that we put the bird in while we're doing the banding. And we can bring it over to photographer's grip. We support the legs right up by the body. The bird can flap a little bit, but it's secured. You can see the markings of this bird. It's a nice rufous sided, we call it rufous sided. A bit of pattern of the wings. This has got a red eye too. Okay. And from there we release the bird. We put the chute here.
You mean through there?
Yeah. And away it goes.
Is that a story?
Okay. And then we repeat the process with every bird that we catch for the day.